It's the end of 2025, and it's time to review a few of my favorite things. This is my end of 2025 recap in all things pickleball. And let's start paddles. And let's jump right into it. Paddle of the year. What's my paddle of the year? It's the Bread and Butter Loco. A lot of paddles have come out this year. A lot of foam paddles have come out this year, and a lot of power paddles have come out this year. But this one has risen to the top in my eyes as the best combination of power, control, touch, all in that foam core, and having that layer of fiberglass adds that little extra pop. To me, hits that sweet spot of all the areas that a paddle can be. So the Bread and Butter Loco, my 2025 paddle of the year. My runner-up paddle of the year was also in the same category, a foam power paddle, and that is the J6NF from Honolulu Pickleball Company. I've loved this paddle. It's a great paddle. It competes in all areas in terms of power, control, pop, touch. I just find the Loco just a tad bit better for me, but this will be my runner-up, and not only paddle of the year, but in a foam power paddle of the year. Even though foam is the new meta this year, and all the major releases have been foam, there have still been some honeycomb polypropylene core releases, and many of you still love that paddle, and that's your preferred choice. My top polypropylene paddle of the year is the Alpha Pro Power Series from 11624 Pickleball. As any of you that have followed my channel and watched me, this has been my main paddle through most of 2025. I flat out love this paddle. It has great touch, it has great power, it has great control. It's one of those paddles you can just take out of your bag, not think about it, and play some excellent pickleball with. So, my polypropylene paddle of the year, the Alpha Pro Power from 11624. My runner-up is a brand new paddle to the mix, the Runout. I've loved hitting this paddle. This is a great paddle. It has plenty of power, good touch, a really good sweet spot for a non-thermoformed paddle. I very much enjoy doing this, and I can't wait to see what else comes out from Forge and Bond. So my runner-up polypropylene paddle is the Runout. For my all-court paddles of the year, I'm going to stay foam, and I'm going to pick the J6 FC Plus from Honolulu Pickleball Company. I've loved playing this paddle. It does have plenty of power, but adds that touch and really does fall into that true all-court sense. It's got a nice plush, dwelly surface, but there's still enough pop and zing there to be aggressive at the kitchen, so I really enjoy this paddle. My runner-up in this category, and it was a very tight race, maybe the tightest race out of all of them, was the Charm X from Pickleball Apes. I really love the feel of this. You've got to want that really soft, mushy, pillowy feel, but you really feel like you can drop the ball anywhere on the court that you want to. It has plenty of power. I can still hit serves near the top range of my other paddles, and so for that reason, this is my runner-up all-court paddle, the Charm X from Pickleball Apes. For my control-based paddles of the year, my number one I'm going to pick is also from Pickleball Apes, the Harmony series. This one is the Harmony S. I quite enjoyed playing with this paddle. It does have nice, good touch and control, especially for your softer shots, your resets, your drops, your drips, but it still packs enough power to do the job. I really enjoyed playing this, and that's why this is my control pace paddle of the year, the Harmony S from Pickleball Apes. My runner-up in this category is also my budget pick for this year, and it's been my budget pick for most of the year. This is the Spirited Apex series. This particular one is the Oracle, but they also have a hybrid shape and elongated shape as well. These are great paddles. These paddles you can get on Amazon. I believe they're probably $70 in that range now. I think it might even be down to $65. I'm trying to think of the Black Friday deals, but they're extremely affordable. It's my go-to recommendation for a beginner paddle and a budget pace paddle, but I can still take this paddle out and play some fantastic pickleball with. So my runner-up, the Spirited Apex series, and this one's the Oracle. All right, so my top training aid for pickleball in 2025, and I had a lot of things to consider. So with all due respect to PB Vision, which is fantastic, the Dink Master, my Titan ball machine, the Spin Pro and the Top Spin Pro, all those are fantastic training aids. But honestly, your best training aid is your phone. And more importantly, it's your camera. So I use this little Action 5 cam from DJI Osmo, mostly when I'm out there because I need my phone handy. Oftentimes I'm on call and I need to be able to answer a phone call pretty quickly. But recording yourself and watching yourself play honestly is the best training tool that I've found out there. You can see when you're doing wrong, see things where I thought I was getting into position. One of my favorite points that my wife will make at me is to bend your knees. And I'll kind of, look back at her and think, I am bending my knees. And then I watch the video, I'm not bending my knees. So watch yourself play, record just a few games. I think it'll be one of your best training aids for you. And that's what I discovered in 2025. All right, a few of my favorite things for paddle bling or ways to trick out your paddle. One of them is this Trigger Grip Pro. Have you seen that? I've had a couple videos where I've talked about that Trigger Grip Pro. I first saw it, I kind of wondered if that was really just a little gimmick or if it was a real thing. I saw a few pros using it and actually using it in tournaments, so it turned me on to them. I reached out to them and they sent me one. I really like this thing. It just goes right there. You can put it right there underneath your overgrip. I have this right on top of a Hessacore, so it can go with the Hessacore or on the regular stock grip. And you just put it on there. And you can twist and move this thing, whether you like to play in a continental grip or an Eastern grip or even a Western grip. You can move this thing around. But it triggers me, no pun intended, for drives to keep, I can use this as a fulcrum or a leverage point, keep my grip loose, but it helps me maintain my proper swing mechanics. So I really like that. I would encourage you to try it out if something like that interests you. Other items, my favorite undergrip is Ethos. This is the version 2. Right, this is the thinner one that came out this year. There was one for right-handed players and now there's one for left-handed players as well. I really enjoy this, and all my favorite paddles I have this on. Let me grab my Loco here. You can see it right there on the handle. It enables me, similar to that trigger grip, of just to have a little ridge there to stick my hand on there. No matter what grip you really use, you'll find those ridges there, and I like that. It doesn't really make the handle that much thicker, because what you do is you take off the regular stock grip, you slide this under grip on, and I put one overgrip over there. If you want a little chunkier, just add more than one overgrip. But I really love the way that that feels. Speaking of the way the grip feels, you can see right on here, I have Bodie Pickleball overgrips, and those are my favorite overgrips right here. I got a little 4-pack right there. They come in all different colors. I love the tackiness on there. It's got covering on both sides of the grip, so when you apply it, it sits on there real nice. It locks in. It has good durability. You'll still need to replace it, every month or so, depending on how much you play. But I like the amount of tack that it has with it. Now, I don't particularly play a dry grip, and I don't get super sweaty hands. So if you like a dry grip, they do make a dry grip, but there's other dry grips out there as well. But this is my favorite grip of 2025. And then when I add weight, there's all sorts of different options there, but my favorite one is the one from Pickleball Effect. So these are the cap coins from Pickleball Effect, and this is their tuning tape. Tungsten has gotten very expensive. He sells tungsten as well, and it gets thinner, so if you really like that thin minimalist look, you'll want to aim towards tungsten, because that's one of the thinnest ways to get weight. But tungsten has gone up in price, and so a much more affordable option is this tuning tape. This is 0.5 gram per inch. He now has a 1 gram per inch tuning tape, and you just apply that on the side of your paddles like I have on this run out here. Right there, you can kind of see that. And it adds a little extra weight. You can use the Graffiti swing tool if you want to really get nerdy and figure out what your swing weight is. But I've noticed also in the Pickleball Pursuit webpage that Justin, Pickleball Etc., has a formula for calculating your swing weight based on the paddle's weight and what its balance point is. And John Q, if you saw his last podcast, has actually come up with a very similar formula. It's funny, they had two different formulas working, but they both come out with the same results. So that'll work as well. So if you want to add a little weight, you can kind of figure out what swing weight your paddle is at. One of the things I really stress is eye protection, and you really should wear eye protection. Take it from me, I'm a physician, and so I want you to be protected out there, but there are eye injuries. Yeah, I know, most people won't get an eye injury with typical play, but every once in a while, somebody will get a serious eye injury. Just Google it, you'll see all sorts of impacts. So protect yourself, guys, wear some eyewear. My favorite eyewear of 2025 has been this. This brand is Pila. Pila is known for their shooting glasses, but they've also branched out into pickleball as well. You might have seen the Annas, Anna Bright and Anna Lee, wearing these glasses. This is one particular style. This is the Vista. I believe they have another frame style as well. I think it's called the Razor. But I don't know how well these cameras can kind of see a little bit of the glare there. Let me hold it up behind the box. But these are the green tinted ones. You can use these at night or indoors. And then they have a brown tint that you can use outdoors. They have this red tint. You might have seen CJ Klinger wear the red tint one outdoors. But the visualization on these is amazing. You can see everything. Your peripheral vision is clear, the ball really jumps out, and you have great visualization. Now, it's not going to make it glow with this glowing orb or anything like that, but it's the one closest to me to be able to see the ball with like I wasn't wearing glasses at all. So the only downside on these is they're extraordinarily expensive. And for that reason, I'm not sure I can just recommend it for everyday use. If you've got the budget and the optics is, premium optics is the most important thing in the world to you, then check out these Pilas. Now, also pricey, but more affordable is the series from Brioti. And these ones are highly rated safety glasses for pickleball. They've got Z87 plus ratings. They perform well. The optics are really, really good. This is, of course, for the outdoors. They've got other lenses. They've got for your cloudy days, and then a clear one for nighttime play or indoors play. But these are great as well. These are not the cheapest ones, though, I will say as well. They are more affordable than the Pilas, and they are very protective. But these have been my two favorite sets of eyewear protection. But if I can stress one thing to you, wear eye protection. I don't care what you're wearing. Protect your eyes, please. So those are my favorite things of 2025. What are your favorite things of 2025? Let me know down in the comments. Y'all take care. Remember, give me a like, give me a follow, give me a share, subscribe, all the things. It really does help me out. I want to really grow this channel in 2026. So you take care. Peace.